Hey, what's going on, G-Dot family? We're back with part two of the millionaire interview. Sorry, excuse me, billionaire interview. We're interviewed two billionaires in one video, so we just interviewed the first billionaire in the last video. Today, we're going to get into the second billionaire. Let's get straight into it and see what we can learn.
Let's get back to the video. All right, you guys, so we're right now actually going to be linking up with John Morgan, billionaire lawyer, the richest lawyer in America, you guys. He built one of the largest law firms in the entire world, and we're going to be meeting up with him again. You guys saw our interview that we did with him the first time, but it's time to run it back. We're in his city. We're going to be getting the blueprint from him on what it takes to become a billionaire and one of the hardest industries in today's world. There he is. What's going on, John?
They're gonna send like some rum-dum to do the questions, and you'd be coming from Austin.
Absolutely, man.
It's you yourself.
Yes, sir. It's good to see you. I know since last time our video got like 60 billion views because of
Is that
you.
why you're back?
That's why I'm back. and they need some more billionaire secrets today.
Listen, the real billionaire secret is there's no secret. You set out to make 100 grand and then you make $1 billion.
It's true.
Who am I here with today?
I'm John Morgan.
Are you a millionaire?
I'm not a millionaire, but according to Forbes, I'm a billionaire. Does Forbes lie? I don't know.
They don't lie.
I don't know.
How did you make your billions?
I built the largest personal injury firm in North America.
So was the sacrifice worth it to become a billionaire?
It wasn't a sacrifice.
Why not?
The journey is the reward. It was all fun. I wasn't looking to get rich. I was just looking to build a business. And then you wake up one day and you're an old man and here you are.
I asked you in our last interview, have you ever been fucked over before?
And I told you, yes, I have, but I fucked back. I know you like that.
There's over 8 billion people on planet Earth, and there's only like 3,000 billionaires. What's the one thing that you did differently from 99.999% of other people?
Look, I don't know. And people who say they do are lying. It works like this. It's a bunch of left turns, right turns, U-turns, backing up, and all of a sudden it ends up here. One bad turn, one wrong turn. It's all different. So I don't pat myself on the back. I don't say, hey, John, you're great. Drop me in a city and I'll be a billionaire in a month. No, I go, thank you, God, for letting me have this great life.
And that's the most realistic answer I've ever heard from a billionaire, because there's not many people that's that honest. You can't really, like, you can plan for it and you can push for it and you can do everything in your power to make this happen. Some people don't ever make it that far. Some people might make it to a multi-millionaire. They got 500 million in the bank account and they can make $1 billion probably, but they got to sacrifice some things they don't want to, or maybe that's just where they capped out. Nothing's wrong with that though. Some people cap out at the nice suburban home with 3 stories and you chilling with your family, gated community. Nothing's wrong with that. Measure your success for where you came from to where you are now. Don't measure your success on what someone else has.
Take me back to the most life-changing conversation you ever had. What is the greatest advice you ever received throughout your career?
The most important person in my life was a guy named Bill Dimitri. He built things all over Florida. I gave the eulogy at his funeral. And the other thing he told me that I never forgot was this: John, the money does not belong to you. The money belongs to God. And if you remember this world's going to end like this. And on our last day, we're not going to be talking about money or what deal we didn't do. We're going to be talking about and thinking about the time we didn't spend with the people we love. Money's important, but at a certain point, it's not that important.
As a billionaire, would you consider yourself to be smart?
I am not smart, and I know I'm not smart, which is very good, but I'm smart enough to know I'm not smart, and I'm smart enough to hire people who are smart. I read a book once called Tight about Rockefeller. And in that book, they said he built Standard Oil. And somebody asked him, how can you build this oil company? You're not a scientist. You're not a geologist. You're a bookkeeper. And here's the line I underlined: I hire scientists. I'm not a smart guy, but I'm smart enough to go find smart guys.
100% true.
So the richest people in the world, they bring other people in to do the task for them.
Look, Steve Jobs, he didn't build Apple. Woz built it. You know who the billionaire is?
Who?
Jobs. You know who the billionaire's not? Woz. Woz was the genius of Apple, not Steve Jobs. How many people watching this even know who I'm talking about when I say Woz?
Nobody.
But everybody knows who Jobs is.
Right. How important is it to surround yourself with the right people?
Look, one time a guy named Bill McBride was running for governor. He was head of Holland & Knight, big law firm, and he told me this: your children are one friend away from total disaster. And if you don't separate it when you see it, you could lose your kid. And twice during my children's lives, I cut off 2 different children from coming to our house or going to their house. It's hard to do because your kids are like, what are you talking about? That's my friend. But we know better than our kids at that age. And it's hard to do. But what's harder to do is to let your kid go down that road and end up like that kid.
And they
That's
completely
true.
fuck up their lives.
And they completely fuck up their lives. Listen, when you lay and sleep with pigs, you get pig shit on you. You cannot sleep with pigs and get up without pig shit. That's from my brother Tim.
How can somebody connect with a billionaire?
Read a book called Never Eat Alone. If you're just going to sit at your desk and not get out in your comfort zone, if you're not going to have lunch, if you're not going to go to a convention, if you're not going to network, you're not going to do shit. Luck doesn't just come. Luck comes when you're looking for opportunity. If you're not looking for opportunity, you're going nowhere fast. There's a lot of people like a gerbil on a spin wheel. They're running the fuck all day long. At the end of the day, oh my God, I'm exhausted. Hey, you went no fucking where. You got to leave the cage. You got to get outside. You got to come around. Hey, I'm at this convention. I'll speak here. I'll go there. I'll go to the happy hour. I'll network. You're not going to make money or find opportunity or luck or blessings or whatever you want to call it in the cage running on a spin wheel.
If I took everything away from you and all you could keep is one trait, one skill set, one mindset to become a billionaire and make it back, what would that be?
Keep your word and hire great people and share. Listen, the great circuses are built. The Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey. You see these little bullshit circuses around with a seal limping around. The reason that Ringling Brothers, the greatest circus ever, was this. The people came to see the lion and the tiger eat the man in the middle. You know why they don't eat the man in the middle? Because he loves them and feeds them. If you're building a business, think about the guy in the ring and why the lions don't eat him. Because he loves them and feeds them. And when you see the great Walinda up on the wire walking without a net, you know why he didn't fall? Focus. Focus, love them, and feed them.
You got amazing advice, man. This is awesome.
That was definitely great advice. Definitely amazing advice. That's one thing people don't understand is you got to watch these interviews. You got to read books. Like he says, you got to go outside. You got to get out your comfort zone. Because if you don't, you're never going to really accomplish anything. You're never going to have any luck. So you got to challenge yourself daily, whether that's mentally, physically, emotionally. Definitely got to keep challenging yourself, because if you don't, you're going to end up in a position where you're not going to be proud of what you're looking in the mirror. You don't want to ever be in that position.
Michael,
James?
what's going on, my friend? How you doing?
Hey, come here.
It's great to meet you. Thank you for having us out.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
First of all, you got a nice compound out here, man. This place is incredible.
Yeah, this is my guest home.
We were letting them know, right?
Guest home was
Some
crazy.
billionaires make their fortune off of oil or tech, but you built $2 billion companies out of drinks that most people have had in their fridge at one point or another.
Yeah, I did it the consumer packaged goods way. Smart Water and Vitamin Water from 98 to 2007. Sold that to Coke for $4 billion. And then in 2011, started another sports drink called Body Armor. Competed against Gatorade. And we sold that in 2021 for $8 billion. Combined, two companies to Coke for $8 billion.
Did you think growing up all this was possible?
You know, I always said think big, dream bigger. If you're hitting your dreams, you're not dreaming big enough. My dreams are bigger now than they were when I was 15.
Now, I got one rule for today's interview. There's no holding back. You give them the secrets and the blueprint on what it takes to become a billionaire in today's world. Can we make that happen?
Can they handle it?
We're going to have to find out.
Let's fucking go then.
What's more important, product or distribution?
Always the product. The product, the consumer. The distribution to me is the least important. The least important. I'll tell you why.
But Warren Buffett says distribution is the key to everything.
Well, that's Warren Buffett's 95 years old. Mike Rapoli's 55 years old. There's a big difference. And that's why he's an investor in Coca-Cola and his company buy my companies. So I thank Warren for approving 2 deals of my companies to Warren Buffett. So
Do you think it's better to be an investor or to start businesses? Because investor, it's not as intensive. Entrepreneurship's hard, man. You got to eat shit for a long time.
well, but being an investor, you don't control anything. You control
Sure.
that guy's decisions. I want to bet on myself. If you're a real entrepreneur, you don't bet on other people. You bet on yourself.
Did you ever doubt yourself?
I never doubted myself, but I knew I was going to lose.
Did you have
I knew
people
it was
that
gonna-
doubted you?
Everybody. And by the way, not always in a negative.
Stop cutting them
my
off,
mom
man.
and dad told me to be careful. You know, they were immigrants coming from France. My dad was a waiter. My mom was a seamstress. So when I was making big money just having a job, you know, at a water company, and I said at 28 years old, I want to go partners with this guy, Darius Bykoff, and I want to do this. They said, oh my God, be careful. I took a pay cut to start my own company. I took a pay cut to be president. And I was president of a $100,000 company. But it grew to $750 million, and we sold Coke for $4.1 billion. Let's go back to distribution one. At the end of the day, distribution is just a delivery agent or a way to get product out there. If you build a product that consumers demand, you don't have to worry about distribution. Those accounts are going to call you for your products. My customers are asking you for your Body Armor sports drink. Then you know you created the demand, and they come to you.
Let me ask you this. Did you come from a lot of money?
Yeah, I was. My parents were worth about $5,000. I lived in a 2-bedroom apartment with 6 people. I slept in the same room with my brother for 28 years, who became a New York City cop, which you couldn't pay me $20 million a year to do that. My mom and dad were in the next room, and my grandmother and my aunt slept in a pull-out couch, and we had 1 bathroom and a beautiful shower curtain, and that was was it.
So you didn't come from
That's
money.
crazy.
How did you get the money to start your business?
At the end of the day, when you're only a $100,000 company, you're looking at 10,000. I took money from friends, family. My partner had money. We put it all together, and at the end of the day, we didn't try to grow quick. That's the other thing. We did 100,000 the first year. Second year, we did 500,000 at Vitamin Water. Then we did $1 million. Then we did $3 million. Then we did $9 million. Then $32 million. Then $50 million, all the way to $750 million. Body Armor was the same thing. It went from $1 million to $1 billion and sold for $8 billion. So it's starting slow. If you want to build $1 billion company, you have to build a $100 company first, then a $1,000 company, then a $100,000 company, then $1 million company, then a $10 million company. So it's not going to happen overnight. And
That's insane that he got Vitamin Water and he got Body Armor. But it makes sense though. If once our company bought this for this much money, I can do it again with more resources. So it's an amazing idea. I'm gonna start looking into that. Start looking into a lot of different things when it comes to physical products now. But thanks for cooling into this video. I appreciate you for tuning in. We'll be back with another one today. That's inspiring me. I'm gonna go handle some business.